Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, but don't fake it. Hey, da kumenya mawazo mako. Nani anadera shida. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
TAS TV, and thank you so much for choosing TAS TV. My good name is KELVIN SYENGO and we are here on TAS TV, and in our today's episode here in Career Talk, we are going to discuss things to do with plumbing. You asked, you requested, and we have brought the guests who is well informed and intelligent about plumbing. Today being on Wednesday 19th February 2024, I'm accompanied by the guests who is well informed in this field of plumbing. And today the question that we're asking ourselves is, why should one choose plumbing as a career? Why should your son, your daughter, or your nephew, anyone choose plumbing as a career? Why should you encourage anyone to choose plumbing as a career? And that's why today our guests will be elaborating to us more about plumbing. And now our viewers, without much ado, kindly allow me to let in our guest to introduce himself. Hello, good morning, and how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for finding time to come and talk to us. Kindly introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Oh, thank you. First of all, my name is Ochieng. I'm a plumbing engineer and I've been in this field for 2 years experience. Yeah.
So, Austin, thank you so much for coming. And you have told us that you have been to this field for the last 2 years. How can you define plumbing?
Plumbing is basically system of pipes used in buildings. And mainly they are used to let me put it in simple terms. Plumbing is a system of pipes used in buildings to convey waterborne waste and potable water for drinking. Yeah.
So you have told us that plumbing it deals with the pipes,
of course,
things to do with pipes.
Yes.
And the machines. Are there any machines in plumbing?
Of course, there are a lot of machines in plumbing. There are various machines in plumbing. First of all, in connecting the pipes, we have different machines for connecting. We have the GI pipes. The GI pipe are the metal pipes, and we have PPR pipe. Those are the plastic pipes. because of technology now we are coming back of cheaper things which are durable. Those are plastic pipe. They have their own machines. So there are different types of pipes and different machines used to connect the pipes. Yeah.
And where is the relationship between plumbing and engineering?
Plumbing is simply, let me define engineering. Engineering is a person who uses scientific knowledge to construct, to maintain, and to repair. So when you come to plumbing, there are roles of plumbers. So that is where it comes from. A role of plumber is to maintain, is to repair, and to install. Now you see the connection comes whereby engineer, they use the scientific knowledge of to construct, to install, while plumber, they use the same knowledge to install, maintain, and to construct. So that's how they connect.
And we have the parents who will be asking and will be saying that I want my daughter or my son to go to school to pursue plumbing as a career. What are the roles of plumber in our area or in our place of stay?
Role of plumbing, mainly basically before I mention that, there are different types of plumbers. We have 3 types of plumbers. We have, that is plumbing engineer, we have plumbing designer, we have master plumber. So you find each and every category, they have their different roles. But when it comes to master plumber, from the word master, it can work both the two, which is plumbing engineer and plumbing designer. So it cut across. So when you say the role of a plumber first is to maintain, to install, and maybe to install and maintain even the drainage system. So in these systems of plumbing, there are various categories where you find a person doing master plumber can do all the field, and the person doing plumbing designer can do specific parts of plumbing. Yeah.
So after I graduate from the college or university, I become a plumber engineer. So is it expensive for one to pursue this course? Because most of the parents, according to the economy that we are facing nowadays, the economy is very high. Everyone is crying about economy. So is it expensive for one to pursue plumbing as a career?
I don't think it is expensive, because when you use the word expensive, let me say cheap is always expensive. You have to invest in something for you to get the result later, you see. So when you start doing something and you have the passion you want to do, the career you want to pursue, you should not look at the expensive of it. First invest on the thing that you want to pursue, is when you get the fruit later. But as per my own perspective view, pursuing a plumbing career is not expensive. Yeah.
And most of the students, we know they don't like going to school for sure. And most of the students in college and university. How long does it take for one to complete this course in college and in university, if you can elaborate to our parents and your viewers?
Plumbing engineering, there are different categories as I have illustrated. And when it comes to the period of pursuing the course, they are different. You can start in artisan, you can do it in artisan level, you can do it in craft level, you can do it in diploma level. But the highest level you can go is masters. So that is the highest level you can do in plumbing. So when you talk about the duration of plumbing, specifically in colleges, when you start with the craft, that is a certificate. It is a 2-year course, of which you can study for 1 year. You can study for 1 year, then for 3 months, you go for attachment, then you come and conclude your course. So it is roughly 2 years in college, and in masters it's about roughly 4 years. It can't go beyond that. So 4 years is the limit.
All right, thank you for answering that question. Okay. Another question is that parents, they will want to know, also students, I'm going to college or university, I'm going to invest my money there, I'm going to invest my time there. Is this course marketable, or I will keep on tamarking on the street, jobless person? Is plumbing a marketable course?
That's a very good question. Plumbing is the most marketable course we have in Kenya. Let me say all engineering sectors, they are very marketable. When you look at our let me say the surrounding, there are buildings which are always coming each and every day. So you cannot tell me that a plumber can fail to get a work in a construction site. Either there are industries, there are factories, but now it depends with the specialization of the plumber. You see, a plumber has a side hustle. You can be employed in an industry or a factory, everywhere, but you can still do a side hustle, being you still do the other work of other people. Let me say you work in residential, but you can still be employed. Yeah.
We have one student who has cleared Form 4 recently, and she's asking, what is the difference between a residential plumber and a commercial plumber?
Thank you for that question. That's a very good question. So when you talk of, let me start with commercial. In commercial, when I give you an example of a commercial, we have factories, we have warehouse, we have retail stores. So it is where the activities are always happening gradually. It is a continuous process. So that is a commercial place. When you talk of a residential, it can be someone's home or rental. Yeah.
All right. And we have another viewer who is asking this question. When I clear my course, will I be licensed? Because in Kenya we have different boards that they license different profession. For instance, we have MCK, which license journalists. We have NCK, which license nurses, and we have other board like COC, which license clinical officers. All those boards. Do plumbers have that board which license them?
Of course, you can't be an engineer without being approved. So plumbing, they have their board. Of course, they fall on category of engineers. So it is the EBK board which satisfy plumbers, engineers board of Kenya. So it is the board which satisfy all engineers in Kenya. Yeah. Once you are satisfied after your career, you are pursue it in either college or university, you can be satisfied by the EBK, then you can open your own business. You can now start to work in those big industries, you see, depending on your specialization. Yeah.
We have one of our top fan viewer. She was having a complaint recently, and she was saying, I called a plumber to come and install some sink in my house, and after a duration of 2 weeks, the sink started leaking the water. What can you say about this incident? Are they quack plumbers, the person whom you called, or what was the problem?
I don't want to use the other term, but saying quack plumbers is too ambiguous. You see, depending on the technology that we are having nowadays, things, there are different evolving of equipments, materials that we use in plumbing. So you find an engineer come to install maybe a water closet. A water closet is that system of toilet. After you have done your activity, you flush it. You get me? So maybe the material which was bought, you find it doesn't fit the system, so it's somehow weak. I hope you're getting me.
Yeah.
So after the activity, you will use it and it breaks immediately. You get me? So you find also there are other engineers which work because they want money, you see. So I think the best thing to do with the evolving world we are having, we have the body which satisfies plumbers, which is EBK, Engineers Board of Kenya. So it is the board, after you have been satisfied, you take your career to be what you love. When you try to focus on your passion, I think you can't do anything messy to affect the others, because plumbing deals with a lot of things. So if you interferes with something, let me say we were installing a shower in a house and you have placed your tank on top of the building. So when you do shoddy work, you will find there will be leakages on top of the house, whereby you can find one day maybe you do poor work, the tank burst, or there was an overflow of water and it floods the house. So it is the plumber or the engineer who did the work will be looked for. So when someone decides to pursue a career, I think it is passion which guide you to do the career that you want to pursue. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, our viewers, for still staying here in TAS TV. Kindly don't leave your screen. We are going for a short commercial break, and when we'll be back, Mr. Austin will be explaining to us what inspired him to pursue plumbing as a career.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Reynams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia. Hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, I don't fake it. Hey, ndakumenya mawazo mako. Nani anedera shire. Oh, rutani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. My student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Gitui Francis.
From which school? Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication with fellow co-workers and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography. Communication, I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV? 7.
8.
Generally, what will you say about TAS TV? Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think it's the best place to be. Yeah.
Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, second floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Leo tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
What's your name?
My name is Kevin Kakum.
Kitui Francis.
From which school?
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
Kenya Institute of Mass Communication.
What did you learn while at TAS TV?
Improvement of my skills in graphics, such as motion graphics, video editing, photography, also communication skills.
Camera operations, video editing, and improved my skills in graphic design.
Would you recommend anyone?
Yes, nilikuwa hapa TAS, skills zangu zili improve on communication with fellow co-workers and teamwork when doing certain projects.
Yes, new skills in photography, communication. I have built more in communications through interaction with other colleagues or people outside there.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your attachment at TAS TV?
7.
8.
Generally, what would you say about TAS TV?
Wow, it's amazing being here.
I think it's the best place to be. Yeah.
Thank you so much for still tuned in TAS TV, and kindly allow me to tell you where you can find us as TAS TV. You can find us on Instagram as TAS TV _KE, or on Facebook as TAS TV, or on YouTube as TAS TV official. And now we are going to ask our guest why did he choose plumbing as a career, Mr. Austin?
Yes.
Why did you choose plumbing as a career and not any other profession? What inspired you to do plumbing?
Okay, thank you for that question. First of all, what I can say inspired me to choose plumbing as a career. My father is a plumbing engineer. So I was seeing how he was doing his work, but the very thing which made me to pursue plumbing engineer is that I was in high school and I was seeing my dad traveling with aeroplane, going to Wajir, so many places with aeroplane because of plumbing. So I said, for me to use this aeroplane, I can be a plumbing engineer. Then I explore more than him. That's what made me to pursue career.
So you want to tell me that from your father's career, it's why you choose plumbing?
Of course, I love what he did.
So also students, they should check what their parents they are doing.
It depends with an individual. Let me say teaching. You can be a parent and you are a teacher, but the kids you are having, they don't have the passion of being a teacher. So it depends with the kids you have in the house. What is their passion and what are they willing to do in life or to pursue? Yeah.
And we know that most people, they don't love mathematics. And we have our viewers who they ask us, when you bring a plumber in the studio, kindly inquire for us, does mathematics apply anywhere in plumbing? Should I be asked those mathematics you used to do in high school, that tan theta, cos theta in high school? Is there any mathematics in plumbing? Because you have told us plumbing deals with pipes and installation. And if there is mathematics, where does this mathematics apply?
I think there's no shortcut in this life. There's no shortcut. Everything you did in high school, everything you did in primary, they will always apply somewhere. So in plumbing, there is maths. There is no shortcut. In plumbing, you have maths. When you come to, let me say you want to calculate the rate at which water flows, you must use mathematics. Every single leakage that you have in the pipe, let me say you are supplying water from this point to the other point, there will be leakages, and you must do calculation for you to know what kind of leakage was that and what amount of water went to wastage, you see. So in plumbing we have maths. First we have something known as general formula. That is, you can take let me say Q is equals to VA, of which Q is always flow, then V is velocity, then A is area. So you find they are both applying in every step in plumbing. When you want to find the flow, I've talked about the flow, you want to calculate the flow of water, you must use calculation. When you want to calculate the velocity as which water flows, that deals with the time and change, you must do mathematics. When you want to find area, you cannot tell me you want to go to language or English, you read, then you find the area of a pipe. You can't do that. You must approach it via mathematic process. Yeah, so there is mathematics in plumbing, and most of them, they are used to calculate the diameters of the pipe. If you want to install, let me say, a gutters in bending buildings, you must calculate the bending area, that is OD, outside diameter. So you must check on both sides. So in short, there is mathematics in plumbing.
So students, they should be very ready to do mathematics when they join this course.
Of course, they must be ready, because every step that you are going to take, not even in doing that only, in calculating let me give you a simple example. You have started a story building, yeah? And the story building, there is always underground, right? In that underground, there is plumbing pointings where plumbing fixtures will be flowing. You get me? So
exactly.
using the mathematics, you will know the amount of pipes you will require to complete the whole building, the fittings, and every fixtures that you will be using in that building. So maths applies everywhere, even in hospitality. Those who are cooking, there is always maths. If you want to find those recipes, you must calculate. You must know I use a certain amount of water to cook rice. So that is mathematics. Yes.
And even I saw one of our viewers who was asking, is there any mathematics in journalism? Do you normally count the number of words that you'll say on air? Anyway, that is just a commercial joke. And let me ask you this. Recently, I called a plumber in my house to do some quotation on my building. And the quotation was very expensive. Why do plumbers charge high amount of money on quotations?
You see, on quotations, it depends with the boss or the owner of the work. If you want something decent, you must prepare to spend, right? So let me say, in this modern world, we have a lot of modern fixtures and material, and most of them are very expensive, but they are good. You see, that's why I was saying when I was starting, cheap is expensive. You can buy the cheaper thing, and after 2 days, it is no more. So it is better you go for the expensive thing, which will last for long, than going for the cheaper thing. So when you come to quotations, it depends with the owner of the work. What kind of plumbing work do you want? The appearance of the fixtures, because there are others also that you can choose, but you decided to choose the specific fixtures. Yes.
And we have students who they normally check the pay of plumbers or the pay of any career that they want to pursue. So if you can briefly and roughly describe to us the payment, the starting payment of a fresh graduate from college or university, how much do they earn?
From my knowledge, for a master plumber, you know, a master plumber deals with everything: installation, maintenance. He or she can work in industrial, because depending on the specialization and the knowledge that he or she has. So a master plumber can earn a maximum of 450k in Kenya. It is something which is there. Yeah. So on the other plumbers, approximately it is from 50 to 90k.
So there is money in this plumbing?
There is money in this field.
Wow. And it's just dealing with the pipes?
Of course.
And little mathematics?
Let me say not little, but kind of easy. It depends with their mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have been to this field for the last 2 years.
Of course.
How can you rate the ratio of gentlemen and ladies in plumbing? Do we have more gents in plumbing compared to ladies, and why?
Thank you for that question. I think we are seeing so many changes in the field of engineering, because so far I've seen a lot of ladies in this field of engineering, and they are really doing good. You see, so you find the ratio of men to ladies, or gentle to ladies, it's kind of coming to equality. So because there are so many ladies in this field that have come up, and because the reason why they are coming to engineering field is because, you see, this field is so marketable. You can finish your school after pursuing your course, and you open your own business. You can open an hardware dealing with plumbing materials, And you can also, after being licensed, you can start your own company. So you provide services of plumbing, because there are some buildings which when they are being brought up, they always require a company to take each and every responsibility in the site, so that in case of anything, they can refer to the company. So that is the main point. And what I can say, there is a high percentage of ladies in this field, as per me, as my person.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah. And you have told us that plumbing is under engineering, right? And if today Mr. President, His Excellency William Samuel Ruto, gives you the opportunity to become the Minister of Engineers in Kenya, what do you think you can change as Austin Ochieng?
First of all, I will pass my thanks to the President, His Excellency, and the very thing I will do, I think I will gather all the engineers we have, because there are so many people who have gone to school, but finding this opportunity to do the specific work that they studied for is so difficult. You find someone has done a certain course, and it's kind of, the course doesn't help him, you see. But it is him or her who doesn't come out and find what is good in the field. So I can just say I can come out and bring all the engineers on board, and even create some after school. It is assurance that you join a certain company so that you can enjoy your school work also there. And another thing, I think to prevent this issue of people going on street doing what, because plumbing engineering is something that if you don't even go to school, let me say for those who did not go to school, you find they join hands with other engineers. You are being taught on how to do this, on how to do this. So on the process of being lectured, you find you are understanding your move and what you can do best. So I think I can change a lot of things. Yeah.
Okay, looking on that camera, okay. What advice can you give a student who wants to join this field of plumbing?
Thank you for that advice, information. I would like to give or pass an information to those people who want to pursue plumbing engineering. Plumbing engineering is a very marketable course. You can be your own employee in plumbing engineering, and doing other things apart from being your own employer. You can earn a lot of money in this field. So what I can advise students who want to pursue this course is that first identify your career, know your capability, and have passion in doing this course that you have chose to pursue. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And some parents, they tend to think, or most of the people tend to think, that plumbing it's for the illiterate people. People have not gone to school, because in the village we normally see anyone, including myself, I can just dig trash and they put on pipes and water will just flow. What do you have to say about this? And what encouragement can you give to parents when they are sending their kids to college to pursue plumbing course?
When you say illiterate, it's kind of ambiguous, because illiterate means a person who cannot read and write.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think you could even use more difficult that way.
Yeah, because most of the people I have asked, so I had some people doing just nichimbe the mtaro, then niweke pipes, then maji tu sina tembea.
Okay, so let me tell you something. You know, the goodness with engineering is that when you are pursuing an engineering course, it is something which you already have the idea in mind, and it is passion which drives you to do the course that you are doing. So when you love what you do, you will automatically do excellent in that field. So when you are trying to say that for the illiterate people, those people who cannot read and write, I think that is the meaning.
Mm-hmm.
In engineering, any engineering sector, anyone who cannot read and write can still understand engineering, because it's something you see, you fix, you install, you are being taught every process. You cannot tell me someone can fail to read and write, and at the same time, he cannot follow the procedures of what is being done, or cannot master every process which he or she is being given. I think it's something that you can even just see by work of your eyes. You make your eyes constructive. I think when choosing this career, I also chose it because I was seeing the good work my dad was doing. So I was seeing, this thing works so nicely, and I had that passion to know how to do it. Yeah.
So students, they should have that passion.
Of course, it is a must.
Yeah, the passion is what drives them.
Very true.
So anyone who wants to major in this field should have that passion.
Yeah.
So the passion is the key word here.
The passion is the key word here. When you love what you do, you will automatically be top notch in your field.
Wow, actually you have shed a light for us. Now we know that plumbing is not for the illiterate people, as people they used to say, because you have told us that you have told us that we can go to university and do masters in plumbing. We have different field in plumbing. Also engineering involves in plumbing. And now what you are parting short to our viewers?
My words to our viewers, or those people who are watching us, I think if you love what you do, you will automatically be successful in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is the passion which will drive you to do whatever you want to pursue in this life. If you love what you do, that is my main point. Just love what you do. Because let me frame it in a way that you see, each and every person in this life matters. Even that person who is washing cars there at car wash is very important, or she.
Yeah.
You can buy a car, but if you don't look for that person, your car will be dirty. Because you are luxurian, you want your car to be washed by someone else. So that person is also important. Everyone in this field, or everyone in this world, each and everything that he or she is doing matters a lot. You buy a car, you take it to garage. Who is making it? An engineer. Who is a mechanic?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
That person is important. Yeah.
Wow, actually we are talking with Mr. Austin, who is a plumber and an engineer, and you can hear the terms that he is using, the terms like ambiguous. Those are the big terms that are used by the engineers in the field. And now, Mr. Austin, we have some parents and students who they will want to reach you for more consultation and more inquiring about this field. Kindly, can you tell us where we can find you in social handles, or if you are comfortable of giving your phone number, kindly you can share with our viewers.
Thank you for that. So for anyone who want to reach me, you can find me on TikTok at Austin Ochieng 05. You can find me on Facebook at Austin Sule. You can find me on YouTube channel at Austin. Then my number is 0706 20 58 36. You only call for advice. Yes, thank you.
You only call for
advice.
All right, thank you so much for finding time to come and talk to us, Mr. Hosting.
Yeah.
We really appreciate Stars TV, and we know that our viewers, they have benefited from you. You have actually shedded light for us what is plumbing and what plumbing it entails. And I'm pretty sure you have helped us students who want to go to school and pursue this course. You have helped him or her to know what path to take. And you have actually challenged us that plumbing is not for illiterate people. Also, literate people, they can go to school and do plumbing. And also you have challenged us that plumbing, it is a well-paying career here in Kenya, even outside the country. And also plumbing, it is a very, very marketable course here in Kenya. And now, without much say, our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in on TAS TV, today being on Wednesday. And I want to encourage you and tell you that send your son or your daughter to college to pursue plumbing. Don't only see that plumbing is for illiterate people. No, 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 no. Plumbing is, according to Mr. Austin, he has told us that plumbing is for all the people, either illiterate, those who have gone to school. They can start from somewhere, because I have heard him mentioning that you can start from artisan up to masters. So is plumbing for illiterate people? If you can go and do masters in university, that is the challenge and the question that I'm posing to you. And now I'm going to end up the show here today at this time. And please kindly don't leave your screens for more shows that they are coming on. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world, right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.